What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Man, I'm back again. That thing a little too close, man. Looking a little rough, man. I'm looking a little rough. That's only because I'm letting it grow out. Letting it grow out. I trim it up and straighten it up. You don't know. I look like somebody come from a homeless shelter. But y'all know I clean up, man. But anyway, man, hit that subscribe, man, button for me, man, and hit that comment, okay? Now that I've got that out the way, listen, story time, yeah, man, man, this is a story about disappointment. Disappointment, man, listen. A lot of times, man, when I was in the Alabama prison system, I was disappointed. And a lot of y'all gonna say, well, what do you mean disappointed? Well, I was disappointed in how can you say, how the word to use is, I was disappointed in the performance of the Crips. I had became disappointed in the performance of a lot of the Crips that was there with me. Like I say, now I met some lokes that was riders. I met some homies that was stomped down riders. You know what I'm saying? But I met a gang of them that was some straight up busters too. Super duper busters, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what state you from. I don't care what city you from. I don't care what organization, gang, project, whatever you a part of, period. There's gonna be some, you know. Oh, okay. You're gonna have busters and marks, and you're gonna have riders and gangsters involved with it. You know what I'm saying? If you got 5 dudes, at least one of them a buster, you know. And so during my time, my 23 years in the Alabama prison system, I've been in many different altercations. I've been in many ups and downs. Let me take these off. Anyway, been in many different altercations, many ups and downs, and I've been in many scuffles to where it was a group thing. It was a gang scuffle, you know. And I remember telling y'all, I said, man, about my last 3-4 years in the system, I know one of the reasons why I came home because I adopted an attitude: let the dead bury the dead. That was the attitude that I had ended up initially from at the end picking up. Let the dead bury the dead. And a lot of people gonna say, well, Toon, what that mean? Let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead is a verse out the Bible where God tell you let the dead bury the dead, and it's basically saying those that are not of your like, you leave them alone. You get away from them. And so when I start writing it on my clothes and all that, I'm like, man, I let the dead bury the dead, homie. And different Crips would be like, well, what you talking about? I'm like, man, look, if a dude ain't cripping up to par, up to my standards, I didn't fool with him no more. Not on the gang tip. I dealt with a lot of dudes on whatever tip we was dealing on, but when it came down to this cripping, if you wasn't cripping how I felt you were supposed to crip, then I didn't want nothing to do with you. Period. I'd spent at the time I adopted that, I'd spent 19-20 years dealing with all these disappointments. You know what I'm saying? Dudes let me down and stuff. And it was disappointment on levels and on things that I wasn't used to it being let down on, man. I'm like, hold up, what y'all doing? So, you know what I'm saying? Those were the times that I would have to click my heels and be like Dorothy on the Wizard of Oz. You know what I'm saying? Click, click, click. You know what I'm saying? We are no longer in Kansas. You know what I'm saying? And I had to click it to myself, click, 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 and realize, Toon, you're not in Cali no more, homie. You're not in Cali no more. So I'm saying that to say that a lot of the stuff that I was expecting from cats out here, because I was used to seeing that in the prisons in Cali, I didn't see it out here. No, I didn't see it. Like I say, I ran across a lot of riders, but ran across a lot of busters too, homie. I'm saying all that to say I'm finna tell you about a story, man, on the disappointment, on the letdown. The disappointing letdown, man. And like what I'm finna tell y'all now, I have been through this several times, man, several times, to the point to where, man, it make you want to throw your hands up and say, man, I'm through with all y'all, man. You know, man, going back to a maximum security prison in Alabama. By this time I had been locked up about maybe 3-4 years. I'd been in the prison system between 3 to 5 years at this time, man. And one of the little homies, when I say the little homies, I mean little young Crip dudes, little lokes, he had got into a verbal altercation through the window. Like I tell you, when we go to the yard, when we on the yard, we on the yard by ourselves, the block that we stayed in. But now the other block, they could come to the window and holler and say stuff and talk, blah 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 blah, and they could do it in the house arrest. It was house arrest up top. It was a chain link fence separating our block from another block, and on the other side of the chain link fence was the other block, and the 12 cells. It was 12 cells at the top. All those were cells called house arrest. It's like it would be the equivalent of put you in CTQ or RTQ in a California prison. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in there a week to 10 days. You know, they'll put you in there when the lockups was overcrowded or crowded, didn't have no room. They'll just put you in there because they take all your property from you, just put you in that lockup cell. So when you come to the yard, they can come to the window and holler out the window. And this was the thing, man. Anytime you dealing with dudes that's been locked in a cell for a certain amount of days, they get real anchy, and you know what I'm saying? They bored. They looking for, you know what I'm saying? So they whole character is thrown off. A lot of dudes can't deal with being locked in a cell. A lot of dudes can't deal with that, man. So anyway, little young Crips out my block, they hollering through the gate. They get into it with the Bloods in another block. They having words with these blood dudes in the other block, but it's specifically with the one dude that didn't live in neither one of our blocks. He lived on the other side of the prison, but he was in one of them little lockup cells, and they start passing words back and forth. He passing words with the dude in the lockup cell at first. From them passing words, it got disrespectful. On some gang tip, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, F this, F that, you were this, you were that, you were this, you were that, F this, F that. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna cause a problem. So with him throwing disrespectful words back and forth, with somebody was calling, with him throwing disrespectful words back and forth from the yard to the cell to this dude, you had dudes in the cells up under there that was in regular population. So now you had Bloods that was in one of these cells that was right there, heard what was saying. So now they get on the window and they going back and forth with the 2, 3, 4 little old young Crips that's on the gate right here. So now it's going. What they gonna do? What's gonna happen? Blah 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 blah. So by this time, dudes on the yard, this, that, and the other. So other Crips on the yard, they like, come on, cuz, man, what's it? So, eventually, all of us that was on the yard, we end up migrating to the gate. And so now, it's a full-blown diss track going on, back and forth. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come down here. We'll come down there. We'll go down there. We'll do this, we'll do that. Blah, 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 this, and blah, 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 that. Am I involved? No. Did I walk over there? I'm like, yeah, because I'm trying to hear this. So, hold on real quick. Anyway, that was a little intermission. So I'm at the gate too. I'm like, what, cuz? So now I'm getting mad though, because I'm not getting this type talk I'm not used to. Not this type talk. So I'm like, cuz, man, I'm like, hey, homie, cuz we ain't finna stand at this gate and all this old woofing through the gate, cuz, man, y'all come on, cuz, let's go in. Cuz, we going down there. I said, we going down there. So when I'm so you know, other Crips like, all right, all right. So now you got them cats on over there like, you come on down in there. Ain't nobody scared of you. Ain't nobody scared of this, scared of that, that. It's on its own. Ain't no need. I'm not talking no more. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. Man, who keep it? Anyway, so look, it was about 12 Crips on the gate at this time. I'm like, cuz, let's get off the gate. We go in the block. Now, my thing is, cuz, man, dig them knives up. Start digging them knives up. They're like, man, woo-woo. Now they want to talk. I'm like, cuz, we finna go down there. So now I'm starting to see where, you know, they was gung-ho. They was when we was talking about just woofing. Now I'm talking about going down there. Now, man, dudes go to Putin and farting and coming up with excuses and, you know, well, let's do it like that. Well, if we do it like this, it's gonna happen like that. If we do it like that, it's gonna happen like this. Well, we could do this, and well, what about, man? I don't want to hear none of that mess. I don't want all of those strategizing. Man, bump all that, cuz. They done dissed. We was dissing. That stuff they just said out that window, cuz, man, I'm not going for that, cuz. We finna go down here. Oh, man, we gonna go to jail, and what's up, Dan? So what? That's what's gonna happen, cuz. That's what we going down there for. Shoot, cuz, we finna take out, cuz. They done dissed, this, oh, man, what? So, now dudes, they popping up. Now, this was like the first time this had really happened to me. And this situation had happened after this time, man, over the next 20-something years, man. How many times did it happen to me, y'all? How many times? Oh, man. I got a partner in the block with me, dude named Gainey. They called him One Love. He was out of Anniston, Alabama. A rider. He was from the same place the boy Teenager from I told you about. Yeah, the matter of fact, I meant to straighten that out. I said Junior. The other day I was saying the dude from Anniston named Junior, but no, his name was Teenager, I meant to tell you. But anyway, Gainey was, man, a stomp down rider, homie. He was the only one. The only one, because I was going to go by myself. He was the only one that rode with me. The rest of them didn't want to go. The rest of them went to talk about what they was gonna do or how they was gonna do it and this, that, and the other. And man, bump all of that, homie. Boom. The homie like, cuz, man, don't do. I said, no, homie. I said, cuz, man, the fool said this, said that. Man, I'm going down there, homie. You know what I'm saying? I say, if anything, cuz, at least a conversation got to be said about this. He was like, man, I said, man, look, homie, you ain't gotta go, homie. None of them gotta go. I say, but I'm going. And that's what I did. And that's exactly what I did. Man, when they wrecked the gates to go to dinner, boom, I was ready. Cuz, man, I went down there. So I dipped into the kitchen like to eat real quick. Come on up out that kitchen real quick. I wasn't even in there 3 minutes. Boom. So I'm trying to really come back out the kitchen while traffic is still coming this way to come into the kitchen. And that's what I did. The block that I'm trying to get up in, it was the first block right there. So I could dip in that block real quick and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'd already packed my property up. I'd already packed up everything in the cell, because in my mind, I'm finna go to lockup. I'm finna go to jail anyway. So, you know, I'm standing, boom, 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 boom. You gotta hit on the door, and it's a window right there. You can stand to the side in front of the big window, and the police down the hallway in the cube, they can see you, and they'll hit the door, blah. So I'm standing out, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if the police was in the bathroom or what. So I bloom, bloom, bloom. So, man, you had dudes walking past me going to eat some so-called Crips. Gonna ask me, dang, Big Low, what's up? I say, cuz, I'm finna go up in here. Oh, you finna go in there? I'm like, yeah. So now I'm thinking that the dude gonna come clean and be like, cuz, we finna go with you. Man, do you know these two dudes walked right past me? All right, cuz, all right. That's all they said, was all right. Y'all two was out there when these cats were saying what they said, man. And now here it is. I'm finna go up in here by myself And the only thing y'all can do is pass by me and talk about, all right, all right. Now that right there stopped kind of abruptly, and that ends the first part. I had to put it in a 2-part series because it was longer. It was like 30, almost 40-minute video, and I can't do that. So I'm ending it right here, but just wait. As soon as this one's in, I'm uploading the next one. So just wait 5 minutes and you're going to be able to catch the ending to this. It's going to be right there the same day, right here the same day. So boom, y'all go ahead and check it out. When I fall, then you pop. Don't nobody drop, you better pin into the block. Then fuck the cops, you better squeeze until it's empty. I put that on 50, she's with it, now you hit me. A gang, swing gang, what it looks at. 5 tray, yeah, 3rd that. 4 8, 8 8, 11 6. So when you slide down the 8, you're getting clapped at. Hands up until my days up.